Hi, everybody. So I want you to welcome Dayna back. And usually we talk about babies, but today we're going to talk about angels. And Dayna has some pretty intense, like she's done some research. I have never done any research, but I have talked to them. So we're going to talk about all that stuff today. So how you doing, Dayna?
Yes, doing wonderful. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for bringing me back on and
Yeah.
just interested. I think we're all interested in angels, especially at this time of year, moving into Christmas, and there's just a nice, fun vibe when it comes to angels.
Yeah, and they're beautiful and powerful. I know that I've seen Archangel Michael twice in my life. And the first time was right before I had my near death. Sorry, excuse my voice today, guys. My near death experience. But after that, it was when I was in the middle of a divorce and I was getting ready to let him know that I wasn't going to stay there. And we'd been together for a very long time, like 16 years. And I was just like, I can't do it anymore. This is ruining my life. So I asked what to do, and he appeared before me and told me. So it's really kind of an amazing thing. And all you have to do is believe that they will come in and assist you. And most of us have like an archangel that is our connection. And then we have other angels that are a little younger that kind of follow us around all day long. And I don't know what their names are. Yeah.
There's probably too many to name. I
There's
feel
so many. Yeah. Yep.
absolutely. That's wonderful. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and start talking about angels. So, the study of angels is angelology. And if I could just share what I've been doing the past 10, 15 years, just reading, researching,
Wow.
tapping into. So, I brought a lot of research with me.
That's
And
awesome.
honey, of course, you're going to tap into them, the what's happening now. So we're going to talk about incarnated angels and earth angels and their characteristics, and then we can talk about the types of angels. We know about the guardian angels, we know about the archangels, but there are 9 choirs of angels that we can briefly touch on and see
Oh,
what that
okay.
looks like. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
then also there's 15 archangels that are pretty prominent that we're going to just quickly talk about based off of the research that I've done. And of course, we're going to be fact checking and angel checking the research because, some things sound really legit and some things I have questions on.
Okay.
But did you have any other experiences with angels that you wanted to bring up?
No, I did see a fallen angel once, and that was not a nice experience. So I mean, when you talk about the universe and everything, and the universe that we're coming from, and then the one we're going into, angels in the past definitely have had some polarized experiences as well. So we have the fallen, and then we have the ones that have risen up, so keep that in mind too. But I think most of the fallen angels have been like reincorporated at this point into the angel that they came from, so that they can go into this unified universe. So, and souls have had to deal with their own shadows. So think of that as the shadow from an angel.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll talk about incarnated angel souls, and
Mhm.
these are souls that originate from the realm of angels and are considered, incarnated angels or earth angels. We hear that all the time. And
Mhm.
some of the characteristics that I gleaned from the research is they may be born premature, and as time is an illusion, so they're ready to jump in as soon as possible, and then they come too early. So I've seen that. They have very luminous eyes, rounded features, very comfortable when you're in their presence. They're kind, fair, diplomatic, sweet. They can seem docile. They have a unique ability to organize because maybe I feel like the angelic realm is very organized, and they bring that in with them when they come
More than
outside.
we are.
Right. Exponentially, and everything
Yeah.
is so instant. The
Yeah. Archangel Michael's garden was amazing. So
Oh,
yeah.
oh, wow. To see that, that's
Yeah.
amazing in and of itself. Wow. So the ability to manifest with lightning speed, when in alignment with, no blocks, obviously. Complete strangers, tell them their deepest stories and secrets. I can't tell you how many times I've been at the airport or on a plane and someone just sits next to me and divulges everything. It's just uncanny.
Yeah.
And yeah. They can feel lonely on Earth because you feel like you've dropped down here. It's
Mhm.
completely opposite of the angel realm. So, we're very selfless, very kind, and the kindness can be taken for weakness. So there's a book that I read a long time ago, Assertiveness for Earth Angels, and it did help me with a lot of perspective, and permission to give myself boundaries with people.
Oh,
Um,
important.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that part of the characteristics are really huge. I definitely connect with the incarnated angel aspect, and maybe that's why I connect so easily to the spirit babies, and which
Yeah.
is my business.
Yeah. You have a big aspect of that. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Aw, it's gorgeous. So let's talk about the different types of angels. We have 9 choirs of angels based off of the research that I did. And we're going to talk about them first. So we have the seraphim. The seraphim, these are the highest order of angels. They're said to be shining bright as they are closest to God, and they are pure light.
Hmm.
And I'll go through the first 3, and then we can, add anything we need to. The next one is the cherubim, the cherubs or Cupid. And they're usually portrayed as chubby children with wings. The cherubim are the second highest order and they are pure love. And then we have the thrones. The thrones are the bridge between the material and the spiritual, and they represent God's fairness and justice. So the triad, the seraphim, the cherubim, and thrones, they reside in the highest realms of heaven. And is there anything else we need to know about this triad or anything specific?
No, the only thing I would say is, the third one, they are great at being the judges, but then the other two, they're the ones who would carry out like the war.
Okay.
So the cherubs, like they are love and light and wonderful, but if you are doing something really negative, they will bite your butt. And the other ones that they feel more like that's where the archangels live.
Hmm.
Is that right?
They, yeah, pretty much like based off of
Okay.
the information. Yeah, the archangels are definitely high up there overseeing everything. So I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So the next 3 are the dominions, the virtues, and the powers. And the dominions are the highest in the next triad level of angels. They are the overseers or managers of the angels according to God's will, which is free will, and basically. And then you have the virtues. These are angels that govern the order of the physical universe. They watch over the sun, the moon, or whatever the moon is, stars, and all the planets, including Mother Earth. And then you have the
Mhm.
powers. And the powers, this choir comprises peaceful warriors who purify the universe from lower energies. And these are basically considered like the second level of angels. Is there anything else to add to that?
Yeah, like the last one you mentioned, those are the ones that the archangels would call on. Those would be the troops.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. The powers. Wonderful. So the next triad is the principalities, the archangels, and the guardian angels. And this doesn't necessarily need to be a pyramid, it's just how they're grouped, basically. And the principalities watch over the planets, including nations and cities, to ensure God's will of peace on earth. The archangels, these are the overseers of mankind and the guardian, and they also oversee our guardian angels. And each archangel has a specialty representing an aspect of God, which we'll talk about 15 of them. And then we have our guardian angels. And you and everyone has a personal guardian angel or more assigned to you throughout your entire life. So these are the third triad, and they're closest to Earth.
Yeah, I feel like the archangels come in twice.
Wow.
So they
Okay.
come in like at the top, that's their more pure form. And the other form is what they use to deal with the lower energies or the more dense energy here. They can pop in and out of a body very quickly and then leave, like they don't stay, to give messages. A lot of homeless people get an angel to, like, they'll pop in and out. Yeah, that's really interesting. But that's how you get in touch with them, is you're getting in touch with that one, the more dense version of them. I mean, that's just how they're able to contact us. Not that they're dense themselves, but it's like a way that they can interact with us more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And this model of 9 choirs was derived from biblical references to the seraphim and the cherubim. And then it was actually expanded by John Milton and his poetic work, Paradise Lost. So if you're interested in learning more, that is there. It was created in the 5th century. So just
Wow.
information on that. Yeah. And then
Cool.
based off of the research that I worked off of, I was able to glean all of this and put it together. So now just a little bit about the guardian angels before we get into the archangels. How many on average does each human have?
As long as they have a soul, I'm getting 4.
Okay.
So if they're holographic, they may not have any. Like really truly holographic. But even an NPC has a couple.
Wow.
Like a lot of NPCs, they're not completely lost to being an NPC. They're just a background player. So they have a bit of consciousness going on there. It's just not enough to really put them over the hump. So they have a couple of angelics watching over them as well.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, which is really cool. Yeah, I've never asked that question before.
Yeah, everyone needs help, especially from angels. So that is very interesting. And then what do our guardian angels want us to know, and how can they help us? Just specifically the guardian angels.
To love ourselves as much as they love us, mostly. Yeah.
Love that. Very nice. So the archangels now, most of the archangels, their name ends in El, which means of God or goddess. We can put both of that essence in there. And we're going to review the 15 archangels that I researched on, and their purpose, their color association, gemstone, zodiac association, if they're aligned with a certain body part or a chakra.
Oh, fun.
And yeah, it's all, bullet points. So it's all right there. And also, of course, Honey, asking you to bring in the special message from them. And the chakra system, most of us are used to 1 through 7. And with this research, we're going to 12. So from 8 to 12, which is the real chakra amount that we have.
It is. And think of it as your toroidal field is made up of all your chakras. So the ones that are outside of your body, those are also very important. They help make up your field. The message from the archangels is basically we're about to go into something that we've never known before, and to know that they're here with us and they're watching over us and kind of cocooning us in a way to keep us safe through this process of ascension, because it doesn't always feel easy. But they really want us to look on the bright side and to know that change is not easy, but as we go through it, it will brighten more and more. And don't give up, basically, is what they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, we came here for this, so not to give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to show a picture of the chakras before we go into the angels. This is from Diana Cooper's book. I hope you can see this. This is the
Oh, yeah.
chakra system that she has in her book. I mean, it's probably, each genre of it is different, but it goes through different chakras. So we'll bring those up as we go along. So let's start with Archangel Michael, you already had that connection with, that you talked about earlier. So Michael means who is like God, goddess. I'm adding the goddess in there just to connect everything. And the purpose, Michael's purpose, is associated with protection, courage, confidence, and safety, guidance on humans' life purpose, fixing mechanical and electronic items. So issues with your phone, your laptop, calling on Archangel Michael for that. And Archangel Michael is mentioned 3 times in the Bible and countless other texts. And also always shown with a sword. And I always think the sword of justice and the sword suit in the tarot, just cutting away cords, basically. His color is royal purple, royal blue, and gold, a little mix of those. Gemstone is Sugi Light, Sugilite, if you want to look that up. Zodiac is overseeing all of the zodiac, and the chakra body part, third eye. And before we talk about what Archangel wants to bring in, this is an Organite piece from Carla from Ascension Organites, and
Nice.
I told her I'd do a famous plug on the video.
Yeah.
And I actually love this piece, and it's just all Archangel Michael. I absolutely love it. My kids love it. They like touch it and feel it and hug it, and it's awesome. So it's a great gift idea for the holidays.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Gorgeous. And created with the wings too. Amazing.
Yeah.
And she has a nice archangel. She has archangel pieces, like a collection on her website. But yeah, so what does Archangel Michael want us to know?
Be careful with ourselves. So remember that the body, you've already ascended, and the body is what you're ascending. That keeps coming in from everybody. So taking care of your body, like yesterday when I was dizzy, I didn't want to necessarily sit on the couch all day, but I did because my body wanted that.
Needed it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a beautiful message. So now we move to Archangel Raphael. Raphael means God, goddess of healing, or God that heals. The purpose is healing of humans and animals, guiding healers in their education and practice, guidance and protection for travel. So any sort of travel that you do, calling on Archangel Raphael, matchmaking and soul making connections as well. His color is emerald green. Gemstone is emerald and malachite. The zodiac, or overseer of all, and the chakra body part is the heart and the third eye. So is there a special message from Archangel Raphael?
He says charge forward. So it's important to, take care of your heart as you do that, I would say. But yeah, he's like, go forward. Yeah. Absolutely
beautiful. Okay, our next archangel is Archangel Gabriel, another name that's pretty synonymous to a lot of us. The strength of God and goddess, basically. So the purpose is delivering important and clear messages, helping those who are messengers, such as teachers, writers, actors, and artists, assisting with all aspects of parenting, including conception, adoption, and birth. Archangel Gabriel is the famous angel in the New Testament of the Bible who told Mother Mary about the birth of Yeshua, or Jesus, and told Elizabeth about the birth of John the Baptist. Archangel Gabriel also came to Daniel while he was in the lion's den. That was one of my favorite stories growing up as a kid. And he was in the lion's den with 7 hungry lions, and they protected him for 6 consecutive days. When he came out of the lion's den, not a hair out or a scratch on his face. So I just think that's interesting. The color of Archangel Gabriel is copper. Gemstone metal is also copper. And the zodiac sign is Cancer. The chakra body part, sacral chakra, the womb. And what is Archangel Gabriel bringing in today?
He's like, don't forget to have fun and to dance.
Right.
So I could kind of see him in his robes, mostly like his body, and he's got like a swagger. He's like walking like this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. The hips
Yeah.
are where the womb is, so that's that
Yeah.
body part that he's telling just move. We hold a lot of energy in our hips, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So next is Archangel Uriel, and that's the light of God, goddess, the meaning. The purpose is intellectual understanding, ideas, insights, epiphanies, study, higher learning, test taking, writing, and speaking. I've also connected with Uriel with weather and the sun. I was on vacation in Bahamas once, and I saw a weather formation coming, and everyone said it was going to be a hurricane. I'm like, not on my vacation. So I contacted Uriel just in a simple prayer and said, please help us with this. And it was dissolved in a matter of moments. So I appreciated that. Yeah, the color is yellow. Gemstone amber. Zodiac sign, you'd think it was Leo, but it's actually Aquarius. And the chakra body part is the solar plexus. So Uriel.
Yeah. So he said something and then I forgot what it was. What does he want? So he wants you to remember how beautiful you are.
Wow.
Yeah. So you carry that sparkle in the solar plexus. That's where a lot of, I mean, at first it kind of came through that it was behind the belly button, but actually, I think now it's more behind the solar plexus. It's like right under the heart. The heart is what's activated now. And he wants you to shine. It's cool that you're wearing yellow today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I actually, like a while back, after we talked about creating this video, it was like yellow. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll wear yellow. Very nice. So Chamuel is the next archangel, Chamuel. And it means he who sees God, goddess. So the purpose is universal and personal peace, finding whatever you are seeking, from an object to a person to anything. And the color is pale green. Gemstone is fluorite. The zodiac sign is Taurus. I'm a Taurus. And the chakra body part is the heart. So any special messages?
Yeah, he wants you to be wise and grounded. So that's what he wants the audience. And I saw him like sitting in a chair like a very wise man with his notebook. So he wants you to be grounded, and that will help you be wise. So probably not moving too fast. Whereas, you know, we've been told to charge forward. He's like, calm it down. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's funny. And that's Taurus energy too. Very, grazing in the pasture, calm and relaxed and just tone it down. I ask for Archangel Chamuel when I'm looking for something. Having 2 toddlers, we misplace everything all the time. And I have mom eyes now. I just say, drop it in and tell me where it is. And in a couple moments, I find the toy that they're looking for. So if you're looking for anything, not just physical objects, it really does work. So Ariel, Archangel Ariel, Ariel, means the lion or lioness of the goddess essence. The purpose is to connect with nature, animals, and nature spirits like fairies, manifesting your earthly material needs, guidance for a career or vocation in environmental or animal welfare. Her color is pale pink, and the gemstone is rose quartz. And also the zodiac sign, I believe it's Aries. And also the chakra part is unknown, but maybe it's the root chakra. And I have my rose quartz
Pretty.
angel that I take with me everywhere. All the meditations, yoga classes, she comes with me.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
So his message was, you've forgotten how to fly, but you can remember.
Beautiful.
Yeah. More like you will remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So the next archangel was an ascended human, actually, and it's Metatron. Metatron is Enoch, the ascended human and seventh generation after Adam, great 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 grandfather of Noah, based off of the research. Metatron is associated with the Merkaba, or Metatron's healing cube, or the flower of life. The purpose is sacred geometry, esoteric healing work, working with the universal energies, including time management and time warping, and helping highly sensitive people, especially the youth, who are often referred to as indigos and crystals. The color is violet and green, a mixture. The gemstone is watermelon tourmaline. I think you have a piece of that. Yeah. So it looks like a watermelon, exactly. Zodiac sign is Virgo, and the chakra body part is the stellar gateway. So it's the 12th chakra at the very top, which is a meter above the head, approximately. And some have said that Metatron became prideful and fell into shadow, similar to what happened to Thoth. So just to clarify that, because I've done research and heard that as well. What are we getting from Metatron?
So I think that Metatron has shifted recently. That's what I'm getting anyway. And he's basically having to learn new math for the new universe because the math is different. There was some arrogance there because he was a builder. You know, he helped to build. But the paradigms are shifting, so he's learning too. Yeah.
Very interesting.
And his message is, don't be afraid of change.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I heard about the time warping and helping with time management, I remember I was late going to a job where I was in the mall, and I was running 10 minutes late, and I needed to find a parking spot and just get in there. And I said, help me. And I got there like 5 minutes earlier, and I was running 10 minutes late. Awesome. So utilizing that is amazing. So Sandalphon is the next archangel. Sandalphon is Elijah, the ascended human and the biblical prophet. So his purpose is receiving and delivering prayers between God and humans. He works with music and guidance and support for musicians. So the color is aqua and turquoise, which, as you said before, is the color of the new universe we're stepping into. Beautiful. And the gemstone is turquoise. Zodiac sign is the sign of Pisces. And the chakra body part is the throat and the earth chakra, which can be seen as energy centers in the feet.
So don't be afraid to share your frequency, which is speak or sing. Yeah.
And speaking of singing, the chakras are activated with a very simple song, and everyone knows it: do re mi fa sol la ti da. You could sing that in the car, in the shower. Nobody has to hear you. I used to sing it to my kids to and from school. I still do, but now they tell me to stop. But I can feel it too. It's a very easy way to align the 7 chakras that we know about, and now we know that there's
Love that.
Yeah. So Archangel Azrael is next, meaning whom God or goddess helps. The purpose for Archangel Azrael is healing grief and bereavement, helping souls cross over, assisting grief counselors and hospice workers. So the color is creamy white. Gemstone is yellow calcite. Zodiac, the sign of Capricorn. And the body part chakra, unknown. So any special message from Archangel Azrael?
He wants us to know we never really die. So, and I could just kind of feel all the kindness coming from him. But to remember, you know, not to be afraid of death because we don't actually die.
Beautiful. It's just a transition after all. Wonderful. So the next is Jophiel, Jophiel. It means the beauty of God, goddess. And the purpose is to beautify and uplift your thoughts and feelings, and also clearing clutter out of your life, because the physical clutter is really energetic clutter. And the color is dark pink, gemstone rubellite, or dark pink, deep tourmaline, pink tourmaline. Zodiac sign is the sign of Libra. And the chakra body part is the crown chakra and the soul star chakra, which is also the 11th chakra above the head. And anything from Jophiel?
Well, it's just about joy. Like start feeling joy, do the things that bring you joy. And the clutter thing, don't be afraid to let go of some of your baggage. You know?
Right. Yeah, baggage. It can't get you from A to B with the baggage.
Yeah.
I have an analogy that I like to bring up is that you get to the airport, you're going on a plane, but it's a really small plane, Dash 8, with the 2 lanes on either side and the aisle. Like maybe, you know, Fantasy Island, for those of you that remember that, they plane.
Yeah.
So bring like 10 things of luggage, but you can't take all 10. So Ascension is telling, is just like that. You know, the pilot and they're coming out and they're saying, you have to pick one. You can't bring everything. So are you going to stay at the airport or have this amazing adventure and bring one piece of luggage? Yeah. So we have to go. Love that.
Exactly.
Oh, yes. Archangel Haniel is next. And Haniel, Haniel, the grace of God, goddess. The purpose is awakening and trusting your spiritual gifts of intuition and clairvoyance, releasing the old, supporting also healing for women's physical and emotional issues. Haniel actually visited me a while back, and basically it felt when I woke up and I had written her name down in a book, journaling, connecting with all the archangels, and just meet me in my dreams is basically what I asked her to do. She came in the morning and all I saw was like sparkles of light, like sparklers, like, you know, July 4th or some holidays, you have these things.
Yeah.
And the kids play with them. This is what I saw in my bedroom, like blue, and it was pale blue. And it was just fantastic. And she was like, remember what we talked about. And later on in the day, I realized she wanted me to let go of everything because a full moon was coming out. But I had to really dig deep because it was in my subconscious from my dream. Beautiful. So yes,
yeah,
she's amazing. So color is pale blue, or like moonlight. The gemstone is moonstone. She oversees all the zodiacs. Part of the body, the chakra, is the crown chakra and also the causal chakra, which is the 8th chakra, associated with the color ultraviolet light. So anything from Archangel Haniel?
Yeah, she wants you to utilize the fruits of your labor. So once you create something that's amazing, she wants you to actually put it out or do something with it. Don't just create it and then leave it.
Share it.
Yeah, wow. Share it.
That's amazing. I love that. And that makes a lot of sense with my journey. The pregnancy at 38 and 40, late bloomers, you know, having beautiful births that were 3 and 2 hours long. I got that message to share it, but you know, thank you for bringing that up because that really hits home. Amazing. So the next archangel, one of my favorites as well, is Raziel, Raziel. It's the secrets of God, goddess. And Raziel's purpose is understanding the secrets of the universe, remembering and healing from past lives, understanding esoteric wisdom, such as dream interpretation, and clearing your Akashic records. The colors for him, the rainbow of colors, so all the colors. Gemstone is clear quartz. Zodiac sign is Leo. And the chakra body part, unknown. But what comes up for Raziel?
The first thing that came in is he's a partier. So he wants you to have fun, play with the frequencies. I heard something, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but basically the whole universe is created with music. So the sound frequencies. So he has a lot to do with that sound frequency. And it's fun. So let it be fun. And I feel like his favorite animal is the unicorn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, and actually on some of your videos with Healing with Honey, I was in the Akashic Records. I'm like, how can I turn this up a notch? And I called him in. He poofed in like a magician, and then
Nice.
when we were clearing everything. He almost did like raise the roof, and he pushed it away. I was like, whoa. It was very awesome. So I wanted to share that.
Yeah,
Really.
he's fun. He's a lot of fun. Yeah.
So the next archangel is Archangel Raguel, Raguel, and this is the friend of God, goddess. The purpose is to heal arguments and misunderstandings, bringing harmony to situations, managing relationships with angels and humans and higher selves, connecting them all on a higher level, attracting your soul tribe, and wonderful new friends. So the color that comes in is pale blue. Gemstone is aquamarine. The zodiac sign is the sign of Sagittarius. Chakra and body part unknown, but anything from Archangel Raguel.
Yeah, so he's the one who creates all the connections between people, and it feels like silk from a moth or a spider, like thin, strong, beautiful, and soft all at the same time. And he wants you to treat it that way. And he also said, don't be afraid to break it when the connection needs to end. Yeah.
And with what a lot of people have dealt with recently with severing ties, friends, family disagreeing or going their own parting ways. That's important. Okay, so the next archangel is Jeremiel, Jeremiel. That means the mercy of God or goddess. And the purpose for Jeremiel is developing and understanding spiritual visions and clairvoyance. Also conducting a life review so that you can make adjustments with respect to how you wish to live. Jeremiel's color is dark purple. Gemstone is amethyst. The zodiac sign comes in as Scorpio, and the chakra body part unknown. So anything from Jeremiel.
So he helps with the transition. The purple is like, I mean, that has to do with the Akash. So he's helping you see your lives that are going on still and the lives that have passed, helping you resolve things. He basically is saying, remember to forgive. So if you have things that you are not proud of or that you think you missed, you need to forgive yourself. Not just in this lifetime, but all of them.
And working with the shadow, like you talked about. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. And our last archangel is Zadkiel. Z-A or Z-A-D-K-I-E-L. It means the righteousness of God, goddess. So the purpose of Zadkiel is the keeper of the violet flame, helps students remember facts and figures for tests, helping with painful memories, remembering your divine spiritual origins and mission, choosing forgiveness, and practicing unconditional kindness and love. The color is deep indigo blue. Gemstone is lapis lazuli. And the zodiac sign is Gemini. And the chakra body part, unknown. But any messages from Zadkiel?
So he is the final judge. He's like the tiebreaker a lot of times. What does he want to say? He's kind of like trying to show us the beauty of the universe, like how it's built, all the sparkle that's actually out there, all the energy, and how it shines, and that we're a part of that, and to not forget. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, of course, these are just 15 of many, many archangels, but how many archangels do you feel there are in total, if we had to give it?
There are hundreds. Many do not have names, mainly because they are incognito. I'm kidding. And they're also in the process of change. So all the souls are in the process of change right now. And some are actually changing their names to go through this process into the new universe. So some souls will not have the same name anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes some of the angels as well, because they're changing their position and the way that they do things.
Yeah, and we're changing as well. That
Yeah.
that resonates. That's amazing. And we talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but where did the archangels originate from? It was just a spark of God, or
They are a spark of God. They had a purpose, and it really was part of, the polarity and also the protection of the universe. So like they have had their dark sides too, but I feel like they're all reintegrating right now. They're healing their distortions, and I feel like most of them figured that out. There were only a few that didn't. Like the distortion was too extreme. I feel really good, actually. Like they're really looking out for us right now. So just like the ETs, the angels are really incorporated with what we're doing right now. Yeah.
wonderful. Is there a connection with the Elohim and the archangels? And the name is similar with the EL, so I just wanted to ask that question.
The Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
I get yes, but it's not very well defined. What is the Elohim? I don't remember.
Some say that it is more of an aspect of the gods that
Oh,
here also that they are inhabited in the moon, maybe not.
I don't feel like they're in the moon. They are connected. They talk a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of talking. So there was this angel like channeler recently, and her name is Cindy, and I've shared some of her stuff on Telegram. She talked about how there was a great gathering, and I feel like the main players in that gathering, and everybody was there. Everybody had a vote, like a input. But the angels and the Elohim had a big part of that decision making about what's coming, the expansion that's coming, for humanity to not have any kind of veil, like for it to dissolve over time, so that they know who they are. Humans know who they are, and they know where they are. Yeah.
Okay, that clears it up. That's really good.
Yeah.
And so, we hear a lot about Mother Mary. She is non-denominational, but she has been coined with the phrase of Queen of Angels. So what's her relationship to the angel realm? There's also been, books made about this, and people talk about it. Not just, it's interesting.
She has a lot of energy that's angelic. I feel like she's in that top group, the one that you were talking about at the top. She's kind of everywhere though. Like, she spreads out. Her energy spreads all out. They look to her for advice sometimes. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. And of course, that's very Christian originating, but it's non-denominational, from based off of what I read in that book a while ago. She works with everyone. Yeah. Just like you
Well, and
said.
she was a being before she was put in the Bible.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. And then she became typecast.
yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it's
I love
funny.
it.
So the orbs that we see in pictures, videos, what do they have in common with angels? Are we taking pictures of angels? What's happening?
A lot of times they're angels. Actually, a lot of times they're your guardian angels. If they get activated, if they're doing things for you, and also if they want you to like have fun and see them, they never want to freak you out. But they're with you all the time. Sometimes it's an ET, but most of the time it's an angel what comes in. Yeah.
Great. And how did the relationship between archangels and humans look like long ago, when we were in fifth density eons ago? Or parallel?
We knew that they were part of creation. We look to them for advice still. We are still doing that. We could see them a lot better. That was the main thing. So like, you go into the astral plane and you can see an angel, but we could just see them with our eyes. So it was more transparent. Like, we didn't have any veil in between us. We can sit and talk with them.
Amazing. Can't wait to get back to that.
Yeah.
We're still doing that now. It's visceral and visual, but it's more, for me, it's a feeling. Yeah, clairvoyant folks, I'm sure you can see them, which is awesome, but I get more of a feeling. That's just the way I communicate, but we all have our sentience. So basically on that, piggybacking on that, the communication with angels, some communication that I've had with the angels, just as in passing or just random questions, I always wondered, why do we yawn? And why is it contagious? So if I start to yawn, someone else starts to yawn, and they said, we are reminding you to breathe. We're breathing you, and we're sharing that breath with someone else. Yeah. Because it's the deep breath that this brings us into alignment to our higher self, and that's why we deep breathe during meditation. And I was just kind of floored by that answer, so I wanted to share that. And just random things like that, we could ask them.
Think about when you're listening to somebody too, like somebody that maybe has done a little more work than you have done, and you're listening, because this used to happen to me. You start to get sleepy, and this isn't like right after you woke up. Like, for you, that's a little different, but like, you're just sitting there trying to absorb what they're saying and trying to get it, and you just start yawning.
Mm.
Because your vibration is up leveling to them, and you're also, it's tough. It's a little tough on your system at that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. That would happen to me when I first started listening to Abraham Hicks a while ago. And also the ringing in the ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ringing in
That's,
the ears has been quite the thing.
Ooh,
No.
I feel it being dialed down.
I know,
It's
can we
really...
just turn it down a little? It only goes up, I think, when we're in another upgrade. Because mine have been really bad the last couple of days, but before that, like, I didn't even notice. Yeah.
Amazing. And another thing that I felt that was an answer to some of the questions, because I constantly have questions. I'm a mental projector in human design, so there's always something happening up there. And it's always interesting. So the divine feminine, the color, and I see this with Mother Mary, her color comes in as like a cornflower blue, and then Haniel has pale blue. The color for divine feminine is really pale blue. So, when we see these, baby showers and everything is pink versus everything is blue, I think it's been inverted. And the divine masculine is supposed to be red, really, or maybe even pink. It was inverted.
Pink. I want to say it was the 1800s that they swapped them. 17 or 1800s. But I think it was around the last, I want to put this on YouTube. So the last time they reorganized things.
Good way to say it.
Yeah.
And also a telltale sign is the cartoons that you watch, because there are some big companies, we're not going to name them, but the colors they use for their characters are blue for the female, the princesses, let me just leave it that way, and red with some yellow shoes, that's all I'm going to say, for the masculine color. So they're showing us that they're not going to invert it, but they inverted it for us. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. So I had something that popped in that I wanted to share in this video, the slingshot analogy. So for the past several months, years, however long we've been in this process, or individually you've been in the process, you felt like you're in a slingshot and you're just being pulled and pulled and pulled back as the rock that is going to catapult into the future. But the stretching part of it is where we're in right now. And we're at the very end of that stretching point where we're just gonna let go and we're gonna fly. So just hang in there. And archangels, whenever I feel them coming in for the collective, for the humanity, I feel them saying, we're bench warmers right now, but they're saying, put me in, coach. Like I'm ready to come in and help. And all we have to do is ask them to help. They're like personal trainers or nutritionists. They can't eat for us, they can't work out for us, but they're just right there to help us and help us exponentially with our attributes. And every night I try to pray with the family. A family that prays together stays together is what they say. And my prayer always ends with, I ask for a legion of angels to come into our space and raise our vibration to the highest pinnacle possible. And I also thank them every now and then, because they're selfless. They're here to help. They just want to come in and help us. And from what we've been through, and I told you this, I forgot to say it in the last video, but they tried to bury us and they forgot we were seeds.
Yeah.
We're star seeds. So we're here to just grow. And they feel buried right now, but it's only temporary. The seedlings are going to be popping out, and it's only a matter of time.
Oh, I love that. That's a great, amazing download. Oh, really good. Yeah. And just think, like, how many times has Earth been recreated? So who gets to recreate it this time? We do. We do. So enjoy that.
Thank you. It's a
Yeah.
privilege. Yes.
It really is. Yeah. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Dayna. This was a great show. I hope
Yay,
everybody
thank
enjoyed it. I just loved it. So I know so much more about angels now.
you.
Thank
That's the
you.
best part. My pleasure. And in the words of the movie "It's a Wonderful Life," when the little girl at the very end, she says, "Every time a bell rings, an angel gets their wings." And in this time of the end of the year, time of giving, may we all remember that. It may not be exactly what happens, but it's cute, it's fun, and it reminds us to have that internal spark inside of us, that young, beautiful essence of innocence, because we still have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And we're all going to fly, whether it just means flying with freedom or flying in the air. Who knows which, but I hope for both.
Me too.
Yeah. So thank you so much. And I'm going to have your links below. So anybody that wants to contact Dayna, definitely look her up. Okay.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.